Hello, welcome back to Auto Pop Culture. Today we're going over Kygo's third album called Golden Hour. So I adore Kygo. I think that he has a great sound, and I love that he has his own signature sound too. I think that he's one of the EDM people that kind of, well, he's technically EDM in the umbrella, but he's like tropical EDM or dance in some way, or smooth, or what's it called? Like chill EDM, tropical in the same way, in a way. Anyway, so I adore him. I think that his sound definitely influenced a good handful of other people that were more in that kind of chill, kind of tropical sound. Um, so yeah, so I loved him. I got into him with Still the Show. I forgot the other ones, but oh, Fire. Why can I not remember? Firestone, which came out on his album Cloud Nine, which I loved Cloud Nine, and I kind of tried to get into Kids in Love, but which is the second album, but it wasn't calling to me. It was before I was starting to do like in depth YouTube like reviews. So unfortunately, I missed it. But I might go back and actually give it a second listen to see if it was just maybe a mood. But anyway, so I'm going over the Golden Hour, which is his album, and so far it still seems to go on the theme of, well, still as in a lot of these albums pretty much has a lot of breakup albums lately. So the first half of his album, 1 through 9, pretty much is in that bubble of just like, there's something different in our relationship. There's something, like during a relationship, after a relationship, dealing with the breakup, dealing with the coming up to the breakup kind of part is what they get through this part, and it's interesting. Like some of them actually have some great narratives. Like for example, the song "Beautiful" featuring Sandro, Cavazza. This one's pretty much saying it's by the way, low key sounds like a Avicii song, which is great because I don't know if they did a collaboration before, but I think they would be great. Kygo and him. So this song was really interesting. It's pretty much talks about how this person is afraid to kind of let himself go to be around her because he thinks that it's gonna show like an ugly side of him that she wouldn't really like. One of the quotes that he says is like, "So if I let down my guard, if I rip out my scars, and I show you my heart, am I beautiful?" I think it's very really nice to kind of direct to see. It kind of reminds me of like a male version of "Young and Beautiful" by Lana Del Rey. And I really, really like that. That was my favorite songs. I love Freedom, featuring Abel. I love Abel's voice. He just has range. And this one's a really good one. It gives you, I like how this was the third single of the album, by the way. And I love how this, usually in his songs, he drops his signature kind of tropical melody and like in the drop part, like do 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 do, kind of whatever. Like it has its own little sounds and individual sounds in different songs. But it always has that type of like sound, and this one took away from it. It actually stepped back away from it and did more of the like vocal chops. Like I can't really. Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, he does that kind of sound. I really, really like it in that direction. It's kind of a different sound than he usually does. I know that he did it with Stargazing, but I felt like that was still it was kind of mixed between vocal chops and the tropical drop that he usually does. Yeah, so half the album from 9 is pretty much about heartbreak, and the other half kind of is talking about, I want to say, like, kind of confessing their love to this other person, slash different, looking for love in the same way, or very hopeful. Like the last ending, I feel like is very hopeful. Like you get, first of all, you start off the second half with Whitney Houston and her cover of Higher Love, Witches, fun fact, which was recorded back in, let me try to find the notes. She did the cover in 1990. It was supposed to be on it's on the track, it's on the Japanese version of her second album called I'm Your Baby Tonight. But it didn't make it in the American version, so it kind of just drifted on in the Japanese direction. But it wasn't until 2019 where Kygo came through and pretty much like remastered it in a way, and kind of reproduced it a little more to his sound while still giving her unique voice, and it's great. And then I'll Wait, which is the next song featuring Sasha Sloan, who also did a song on his Stargazing EP in 2017, called This Town, and I love it. So chill. This song is pretty much the same direction, and it's talking about how like she's like a couple of thousand miles. It's just a little space. I'll wait. Pretty much saying like this long distance thing. It's people say it's stupid, but I'm gonna wait for you. We're gonna keep going with it. Don't Give Up My Love is actually one of my other favorite songs off of it, featuring Sam Timesz. This song is actually really, really beautiful. One of the things the quotes I love from it is that if it doesn't work out the first time, gotta get low to get high. That was part of the vocal chop part of it, but I felt like that kind of condensed it together. That's why I wrote it down in that way. But pretty much saying just don't give up, keep going. Even if you have a heartbreak, just keep going forward. You have to feel low to get high, kind of thing. Like always, there's a rainbow after the rain, kind of thing. I really loved that. I loved Say You Will, featuring Patrick Droney and Petey. Patrick Droney has a great voice. It's very raw. It's very rough, kind of like outlaw direction, and I love it. I think it's really great. And Petey does great with the drums and every stuff in the background, including he does that with the next song, Follow, featuring Joe Jenisk. He pretty much keeps going with the drums and production in the background too with that, which is really, really nice. And I felt like, I just felt like as you gone through the last second half is more, it feels more confident, I should say. The other part has the first half is insecurity. The other side is like, I'm a little more confident and more whole with who I am as a person. But pretty much it's a good album. It's a mood album, definitely, because a lot of songs are kind of on a medium tempo kind of direction to medium to low tempo. So, but it's Kygo. He's an entire mood in general, so you have to kind of take it in that way. I give this album a 7 out of 10 because there were some songs that I didn't really feel like I connected with. Like for example, like the first song didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like the first song was really. It didn't really kick me into the album. I feel like that song could have been in like song 5, song 7, song 10. Like it could have been any of those kind of direction. Well, not song 10 because that's the other half. But you know what I mean? Like I feel like that could have been anywhere, so it doesn't really feel like a beginning first song off of the album, which I feel like it just lacks in that direction. But other than that, the song is good. The album's good. I do one more critique is that it did sound a bit like I've heard this before from you, Kygo. So I wish that there was a slight difference in sound that show that you're elevating your sound a little more. But all in all, I do like the album. I'm sure I'm going to come back to it. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you thought. If you liked the album, didn't like the album, please let me know. Go ahead and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get more of my views, more of my videos. And I see you all in the next video.